Hey guys, hello. Who's on? Who is with me tonight? Hey Gracie, I invited you and Ben because I knew you two were awake. Hey Lori. Hey guys. Hey Ben. So, Gracie and Ben, I invited you two to this video because I knew you were awake, not because this topic is at you guys. I just want to make that clear. So, I don't know why I was pulled to jump on here at like almost, what is it, almost midnight, 11 something. I should be getting in bed. I can't. So here we are. Here we are. And Facebook lately, my Facebook used to be the opposite. I've been a daytime person. My Facebook was more active during the day. And now everything's topsy-turvy. I'm sleeping in a little bit later. Like I'm up at night now. It's not even that late, but normally this is my bedtime and there's more people on at night now. So I'm like, okay, whatever. We're going with it. So how are you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing? I'm so excited for this auction to start tomorrow. This is not what I got on here to talk about, but I'm so excited. I tried to start it tonight. I tried to start it a day early and get people like, can we do this now? But because of Facebook fuckery and the weird energies and like nobody was even alive on Facebook today. Like, is everyone even breathing? Because it was so fucking dead. So I was just like, okay, no, not the time. Like, forget it. We're going to keep it tomorrow night. Like, forget that idea. Hey, Michael. Teresa, hello. I never see you on my live. See, this is crazy. I get on later at night now and everyone's on. This is why my Facebook is like fucking dead during the day now. It's just done. You want to fast forward with this craziness? Yeah, I hear ya. You're going to be having to fast forward through several years. If there's anyone on here that's not aware. 2020 is just the beginning. We are just in the beginning of it, so buckle up, buttercups, as Hiram would say. Buckle up, buttercups. So, I feel like I need to talk about a topic that it affects me a lot, but I think there are other people with businesses on here that this could help to hear someone talk about it. So, pricing, spiritual services and prices. Because I've had couple of people that seem to not care for the type of pricing we have on Covenant 88 as far as services. Because there's not a lot under $100. Well, there's a few reasons for that, especially with me. For one, I got all kinds of training going on. And a lot of that's actually college. I got at least $30,000 in student loans still sitting on my credit, and that's in psychology and business management. Both areas still help me now, so there's that for people that want the 3D version. Number two, spiritual things I went through, certifications like Reiki Master. None of that shit's free. Some people are trying to throw it all away for free on Facebook now, but if you actually work with someone who knows what the fuck they're doing, it's not free. It's never free. So I'll throw that out there. Number three, just the quantum healing hypnosis technique training with Dolores Cannon. There's another couple of grand for you guys. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, and it's not just one thing. So you don't just spend $5 here and there on, a cool crystal and all of a sudden start doing all this. Like, no. This is years of work and years of my money going into my training on top of what I do at home on the spirit side. So, number four, the other side of my pricing, what I do is not for everyone. There are a lot of people who do jobs as far as like money management. That's a 3D job. I'm bringing that up because this is a conversation I've had with my neighbor. He's a financial advisor. That's the type of work that, yes, he has to have a degree, so he has done his training, but he can go to anyone on the planet and talk about that. As long as they speak English and he speaks English. So he can talk to anyone about that. people that do, what is it, other things, selling essential oils. You can talk to anyone about that. Even in the spiritual community, let's narrow it down some more. Even on the spiritual side, if you do oracle readings, you can talk to anyone in the spiritual side about that, maybe at different levels, but there's always people who want help with love, their job, trying to get back an ex. Sometimes they will even talk about their own health. That's like the basic shit. That's the basic 3D version of the spiritual side. You can talk to anybody about that. With quantum healing, with quantum trance, everyone is not ready for that. I cannot talk to everyone about that. Even in the spiritual community, there are people who are not ready for it. That have even said, I am not ready for this. And that's fine. Not everyone is ready for this. So that is much more limited to the number of people I can even get my reach to as far as who would be interested. Now, number two on this side, once I have the reach of people who even understand what I do, I can't do more than one a day. I can't back these appointments back to back to back and do this all day long and charge $30, $40. You know, I can do one a day. That's it. That's all I can handle. So that changes the game as far as what something costs, because it's limited into how much I can do it and to who I can even talk to about to do it, and then how much I can do it. So I have to break this down, because when people see something and then they see it's $140 or $150, they flip the fuck out. Like, what are you talking about? Well, I can only do one a day. So, and as they start booking up, it will only go up from here, because I have to pay my bills. Like, we all have bills to pay. It's nice to talk about New Earth and government collapses and IRS going away and maybe your mortgage will be written off. That's great to talk about, but that is not the reality at this time, and we all have to pay for shit. So when you see people charging for a certain service, they are charging on a lot of qualifying factors here. That's what I'm doing. And I'm not even at the high end. I'm still at the low end. So after all that, like, if there's anyone that has a problem with what I charge, bye. See ya. Like, get the fuck out. Like, just go away, because you're not going to make me feel bad. Like, if you don't get it, then sorry, you don't get it. Bye. So what are you guys saying? Chin up, Buttercup. Did he say chin up, Gracie? Thank you, Teresa. Gracie, see, I didn't know that. You said this was intimidating to you when I first started talking about it. See, that's feedback I need to know from people, because I still am not sure who understands what my posts are saying. So I keep trying to, like, word things in a different way and, like, bring up different aspects of, like, what it does, like, how it helps. But I can't really tell, like, who understands what I'm talking about. Like, except for the people, there's some people on my friends list that I know understand what I'm talking about, and I also know they don't need it. Like, so yeah, they understand what I'm talking about, but they don't need it, so they're not giving any feedback. See, Gracie, in massage, to me, it's a 3D job, as far as you have all different types of people there that come to get it, but not everyone believes in holistic healing either. So it's like, there's people that don't believe in something of everything, or they don't want to pay for anything. Like, that's just how it is. Thank you, Teresa. He said, chin up, Buttercup. I think it's pretty disrespectful, too. Like, there was a guy I'll never forget. I unfriended him a while ago, not because he didn't go through me, but because of the other shit I saw him doing, and I'm going to explain this. So, he only ever got on my friends list because a third person introduced us, because he wanted his Reiki master. So we talked. He ended up going through someone else who offered it for free. And then he turned around and started offering everything for free. on Facebook. And there's a rule in Reiki. It's really an unwritten rule with anything energetic. Everything is an energy exchange in this universe. Even you and your guides, you have an energy exchange at some level. People, back and forth, like friends, we have an energy exchange. Everything is an exchange. So there's a rule in Reiki, you do not give it away for free. It doesn't mean you have to charge money all the time, but if someone, like, if you're going to offer it for free, the other person needs to be giving you something, like do some type of swap. That's the rule. So he was doing that, and then I saw him offering spells, like $2 and $5 spells for all kinds of things. People like that make the magic community look like a fucking joke. And this is why there's so many people that will never believe in anything that they call woo-woo or whatever word they want to call it, but they'll never take you seriously. This guy's trying to do a business too. Like, he does like $5 fucking card readings and $2 and $3 spells, and he was offering something for $1 one day. Like, it's okay every once in a while to offer things. I try to do like a giveaway here and there. But he's trying to sound like he's all about the money, Michael. But the problem is he's not getting anything because no one takes that seriously. Like, if you claim you're going to heal something, yeah, give me $2 and I'll do the spell and we're going to heal, blah, blah, blah. No, you sound like a fucking shady, let me just throw something on the altar, here, pay me $2. No, that sounds like a fucking crack addict, like, salesman. I would not trust anyone doing that. I would never trust someone doing that, because they don't value anything. They have no value of anything. I would not take it seriously, at all. I don't take that shit seriously. I think he's a fucking joke. He's making himself look like a joke. And unfortunately, there's way too many people doing that. Can I get a pack of gum for $2? Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'm really not even about rules. Even Herman yesterday, there was something we were all talking about here, and he said, no one can blur a line the way you can, talking to me. And Herman said that, like, come on now, it's Herman. His last life was not all, up to par standard of, like, high ethics. And he looked me dead in the eye and was like, no one can blur a line the way you can blur lines. I don't do fucking rules. I will find a way around anything. But energetically, I know. Like, I know as like, I don't know if you call it a rule, but it's like an unwritten thing, like, in the universe. Like, energy exchange is powerful. It is more powerful than nothing. That's why, like, since I have awakened to what I know now over the years, I don't discount good intentions from people. I don't discount completely people praying for others. Sending out good positive energy is always a good thing. However, for myself, I do not do it. I don't throw random energy out into the universe when somebody says, please, send healing to my little nephew, and I'm not showing you guys a picture, just trust me, he needs it. No, that's not how it works. I'm not wasting my time on that. And I'm not praying either. If you want help, I will do specific fucking work. But that's between, like, me and you, and, like, I don't just throw random shit out. Like, here's a random, okay, heal this person. I have no idea who they are. I've never seen a picture. I don't even know their name. We're just going to send them healing. I don't do that. That's not me. That's just where I'm at. Dollar store spells? Michael said dollar store spells. Dollar store spells. Did I say that? Shit. I feel like I'm starting to slur now. Because it's past my bedtime, guys. I'm normally not up this late. I feel like in the online community and in the spiritual community, maybe every community, just people in general. I feel like that no one in this day and age, except for older people, it's like under a certain age, people do not have respect for those who actually study and work on some form of craft or a technique, their field, whatever it may be. People no longer have a respect for those of us who have put time, energy, and money into getting to where we are at and still going with it. People don't respect it anymore. They just want everything for $2, $5, and $7. Well, I'm not Forever 21 of the spiritual community. Like, I'm not selling $5 t-shirts. So, I don't know what to say except for, I do know what to say. Like, if that's where you're at, then fuck off. Which I know none of you on here, I'm not talking to you guys. I know you guys, that's not you. I'm just talking in general. Teresa, no way. You're not 70. You gotta be joking right now. My whole life I've gotten along better with older people. And I didn't know why. Like my mom had a neighbor that I was close friends with for years. I was closer friends with her than my mom was. I always got along with older people because I guess it's the old soul thing. Like I didn't know that my whole life. I didn't know anything about my soul for over half my life. Like I had a pretty extreme awakening in my like early to mid 30s. Pretty much all of my 30s was an awakening, and it just got more and more extreme. Hold on, I feel like I need to burp. But yeah, I feel like as my 30s progressed, things just got more and more extreme, and then like now I've hit 40 and 41, and I'm finally like leveling out a bit with this. Like now I can at least like help other people. You get along with younger people. It's funny how that happens. I think in our like spiritual community of those of us who like know, older souls, like we don't look at age as much. I have a lot of people on here, I don't even know how old they are. Like it doesn't matter. As long as we resonate with each other, that's all I care about. Hey Lindy. I guess if I stopped drinking coffee I could get tired. That would help. I pay that's funny. So guys, now that I'm on here, I got my point done. That's out that I was urged to talk about. So Lindy, me, yeah. I don't call myself an ancient, but I'm pretty fucking close to that. I don't try to put like even years on it. People in the past, it's funny because you can tell when people are like different stages of like their awakening. Because I had someone that did a reading for me years ago, and they said, "Oh, you're ancient." They're like, "You're 5,000 years old." And now I laugh because I'm like, that's a fucking like toddler in spirit side. 5,000 years is like a fucking toddler. That's literally like a 5-year-old human. So that's not old at all. Like that's nothing. Yep, I used to have some, Gracie. I don't think I have that specifically. I may have melatonin somewhere. Um, and I took meloxicam earlier because that's not something I want to take a lot, but my jaw, the like I don't know if I have TMJ. I know I have degenerative arthritis, so that's in my jaw. Whatever's going on, it fucking hurts. So sometimes I need extra help to calm that down, or it will get to where I can't, my mouth would not even function. Yeah, Michael, I agree. Now, like today's younger folks, no. Lindy, I love you too. Yeah, Gracie, I know. It does work. And melatonin works well for me too. I just kind of forgot that I've been sipping on this drink all night. I really haven't drunk much at all. It's still literally, it's this, it's like this far from the top, guys. And that drink's been here since like 7 o'clock. So I'm literally baby sipping it just for the flavor. So it can't have me like as jacked up as I am. It cannot be just that. That's not much at all. Lindy, does it make you feel kind of out of it at night? And like the next day, like tomorrow, now that I took meloxicam tonight, tomorrow it seems when I take that I have a harder time connecting with the spirits. Like Herman will have a hard time getting through. That's why I don't like taking it. Gracie, right. Yeah, it's not the drink. Yeah, Lindy. I had to, my back has been extra, just extra. I always have back shit going on, but whatever I'm doing in my sleep the past few nights is, I get up in the morning, I can barely stand up straight. And I have an awesome mattress. So normally, I got an awesome mattress on purpose because of my spine issues. So normally I would feel better the next day, and I'm not. When I get up in the morning, it's like, what the fuck happened? So, um, Herman was trying to like put energy through my hands. I had him on like the spot of my back that I could reach, like trying to rub the energy out. And so we did that, and then I put Voltaren gel on it and was sitting on my heating pad, and I've taken medicine for it, and it's like my back's a fucking mess. It just is. It's a mess. And I talk about quantum healing all the time, and I'm like, why can't I quantum heal myself? Like highest self. Like I've been flat out told though, certain things with me are not going to be healed. I am supposed to be in pain at times. It keeps me humble. I mean, and it kind of makes sense because you guys see how I get at times. Like if you saw the live last night and me going off on someone, could you imagine how bad I would be if there was nothing like restricting my body at times? I'm just saying, like that draconian soul side of me sometimes just gets a little too. So it's probably for my benefit that I'm slowed the fuck down at times. Yeah, Lindy, we were talking about that. The psoriatic arthritis shit. I didn't have that till last winter. I don't know where the fuck that came from. Like that was like a what? Like a wait, what? But that one seems to be linked to high stress. And that started when I was trying to close on my home, and then when I got in the home, and then other shit went crazy. And so what's your stress with that one? Because I literally have no breakouts of that unless I get super fucking stressed. And that's kind of my warning too, because I may not know how stressed I am. And when those bumps start around the joints, then I know immediately. I'm like, oh, this is a fucking problem. Molly, yeah. Yeah, anything that I take that is a natural supplement, I look for the plant based, and I try to stay away from synthetic crap. Like I don't even like having to take prescriptions that I have to take at times. I'm not about putting chemicals in the body unnecessarily. I'm not about big pharma. Not a fan of Big Pharma. I don't have kids to be on the whole anti-vax bandwagon, but I'm not for those either. So yeah, but I'm not like a super rigid, like strict, like what they call like the crunchy moms. I'm not a mom, but I'm not that way either. It's like I'm like a weird in between of I'm aware all this shit's toxic. I'm aware it's poison, but at the same time, like I will eat shit because I love it, and I'm aware it may not be the best thing. And so I'm kind of like in the middle. I kind of sneak. Again, as Herman was pointing out, I blur the lines. Like, I blur lines. That's what I do. I don't do rules. I don't stick to one certain way with anything. I do what the fuck I want. Pretty much, that's what I do. I do what I want. Thank you, Teresa. Nice to see you. Ben, what are you talking about? It's out of your hands. Did I miss something? Okay, Lori. Speaking of fibro, I've been diagnosed with fibro. There are not many people on my friends list that have known me from the years when I was like, I used to be an actual ambassador for the United States Chronic Pain Foundation. I used to post about this kind of shit all the time. I ran a group for fibro with like, I don't know, a few thousand people talking about living with fibromyalgia. Women living with fibromyalgia, that was the group. Um, I used to be about all that shit. I dropped it all after my awakenings and getting into what I work with now. Even way in the beginning, didn't even know the shit I know now, but I got out of all that because for one thing, your mind creates your reality, and when you accept a diagnostic name and the disability with it, you're accepting that you are now fucking disabled because you said you are. Like that's you're taking it on. Number two, there is a spiritual root to fibromyalgia. There is a spiritual root to everything. Fibromyalgia is trapped emotions in your energetic body. I have not gotten to the root of all mine yet. I'm still trying to weed through that. And also my highest self has already said there's some chronic pain that will not go away for me because I have to have it to stay humbled. Because as we've already discussed, I would be a fucking nightmare if there wasn't something that slowed me the fuck down at times. So sometimes we sign on to like have certain things in life because it's a balance. Like it keeps us balanced and somewhat grounded. So, but I'm also aware that in this life, my current life, and last life with Herman, and before that, a native life that was with him too, different name, I suppressed everything. Everything. Because in both those lives, women did not speak. I'm moving energy. I keep burping. Sorry, guys. Women did not speak. You did not speak up against men ever. You didn't speak up about anything. Women didn't even have rights. Half my last life, women didn't even have the right to vote. So everything was suppressed and stuffed down, and you just had that stiff face, and you just dealt with shit. You just dealt with it. So it's coming up now, like, and that's going on for a lot of us in this life. Like everything we have stuffed down, it's coming up somehow. So this is it. Oh, you were born with psoriasis? Oh, yeah, it's the psoriatic arthritis part I was talking about, Lindy. I was never born. I don't have psoriasis. The psoriatic arthritis just pops up like, and it happens with me with severe stress. Like that's my radar for I'm stressed the fuck out and I'm not taking care of myself. Like the minute that starts, I know, oh, I gotta chill. Like go get in the forest now. Like get in the forest. Get your ass down by the river. Hmm. What else, guys? You guys want to talk about anything else? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking now. I don't have anything specific to talk about. I'm so excited about the box. That candle, guys, I've never done a candle like that ever in my life. And then the Virgo part of my brain is trying not to nitpick it because it's I handmade things that so every little detail is not perfect. And my Virgo side is like, no, you need to like, and I'm like, just because if I keep fucking with it, I'm gonna destroy it. So I'm like, just stop. It's fine. I just gotta, I just cannot touch it. Just stop touching it. I know of Lyme. I haven't have to had to look into it for myself. Like years ago, I had a rheumatologist and other doctors. They did blood work for like days. I'm surprised my body had any fucking blood left by the time they were done with me. And not just one time. Like the rheumatologist would be like every 6 months. He kept testing for lupus also. He kept dancing around that saying, I'm not going to diagnose you with it, but like of however many tests there are for lupus, like they look for different markers and say there's 25, he would be like, well, you have 20, but you don't have, we're not going to say you have it. But I don't even care anymore because there's a spiritual root to that too. Anything autoimmune is self criticizing self. Your body is attacking itself at a cellular level because you attack yourself with your mind. And I know I do that. I'm a very critical Virgo. I'm not just a Virgo sun, I'm a Virgo moon. So my masculine and feminine is Virgo. My thoughts and my emotions are Virgo. So I criticize the fuck out of myself. So that's something else I'm trying to work on also. So that's why I don't get into like the has the doctor said blah blah blah. Like I don't care because they don't help with shit. They're just gonna throw more medicine at me. I already got off like 12 medicines a few years ago. They had me on medicines for every fucking thing on the earth. I got myself off all of that without their help. They were no fucking help because all they know to tell you is what Big Pharma told them. The colleges are funded by Big Pharma. Like medical school is Big Pharma. So they don't help. It's very rare that you will find a 3D doctor that is really going to sit and help you go through anything and figure it out. They're just going to throw medicine at it. So, like, it doesn't matter to me what I have or don't have. Lindy, just message me. Direct you with what? Just message me. Um, Molly, frequency machines, that's fucking epic. I haven't got to work with those and I want to because I believe at the base level for everything, frequency is it. Like that's what heals. We either drop or we rise in vibration based on everything going on within us, and that's creating what's around us. And so we either go, up or down, and we usually fluctuate. But at the root of all of it is frequencies, your frequency. So, like, I absolutely believe in healing frequencies and healing tones. I have singing bowls. That would be like my the most I've used as far as a healing frequency is my singing bowls. But the machines, I really want to be around the machines and healing lights, med beds. Now the big med beds supposedly are supposed to be released to us. We'll see what happens. But I know people who have made more like primitive versions of med beds. I wouldn't say primitive, but not scaled up to where it's gonna, you're gonna go backwards in time as far as your DNA memory. They can't do that with these, but like they can do like the chakras. They're still expensive beds. They're like thousands of dollars. I haven't got to lay on one of those yet either. I want to. And I'm gonna keep saying like I'm manifesting that the big time med beds are coming out. Ben, what the hell did you say? What a something? Amp coil. I'll have to look into that. Today, guys, I saw a website pop up with a staff, and I do not have a ritual, like, nice staff. And I know I'm going to have one day. Well, this website popped up and I fell in love. It is using, I forgot their name, but it's kind of like something using like Tesla coil technology in the copper, and they're using crystal like gemstones. They're using tech within the staff. Then they just made it fucking gorgeous on top of that. It's the most badass thing I've ever seen. I get on the site and I'm feeling you have to do a questionnaire for them to even consider. You can't just get on there and buy it, okay? So I'm doing this questionnaire. I get through all this shit and they're finally like, okay, so which one would you be interested in? And then it showed the prices. And I almost, if I'd had a drink, it would have spewed everywhere. They start, I think the cheapest one was like $5,000 or $6,000, going up to $15,000. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be cheap, but I wasn't expecting that. Like, I just wasn't expecting that. And I'm not even saying that it's not worth it. It probably is, but I don't have that. Like, that is not in my reach right now. So I just posted it on my timeline. I'm like, I will have this one day. But yeah, it blew me away. I was like, oh, holy shit, no, I can't order that. They offer payment plans. Like, one of the payment plans, it was like $888 a month, or no, maybe 88 a month. I think it was, yeah, 88 a month. And I was like, oh, well, the number syncs there, but gonna have to just leave it here. I just left it, like, yeah. Can't do that right now. Yeah, Lori, med beds, they are real. I know. Okay. Am I gonna say this on here? We're gonna go here. If I'm not allowed to say this, Herman, you better shut down the fucking live right now. I'm just saying. Shut it down, because I'm gonna go here. Herman, in Last Life, as Herman, the man the world hates, worked with Tesla. Yeah. So, I know Tesla technology is in medbeds. I don't know what Herman and Tesla exactly did. They did something together. And that technology exists. And Herman's name will probably never get credit for a damn thing because of everything else that happened. So, it is what it is. But for those of you that know the other side of the Herman saga, the current situation with, I can't say, Ben and Gracie, you know what I'm talking about. That's why. Shit like that is why they clone everybody. So they've been withholding all this technology from us, and it's gonna fucking end. All this shit's gonna come to light somehow. It's gonna happen somehow. Lori, yeah, right. Yeah, most people can't. But I'm like, someone's gonna be out there and be like, Crystal fucking deserves this, and we're gonna send it to her. I'm like kind of full of shit too, but that's yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work, but it may not be that one. I just know I'm gonna have some form of a staff one day, and it's not gonna be a normal staff. Like, it's not gonna be made with wood, because I've seen now what I'm supposed to do with it. Like, I keep going fuzzy. Is he trying to like get in the phone and shut it off now? Lindy, I had that done a long time ago. I had an not ultrasound guided, mine was x-ray guided. They had to knock me out. What they did was they took my stem cells from my own blood. They drew blood for me, put it through like the spinner thing, got my stem cells, and then they knocked me out. They put me face down x-ray machine above me, and he wouldn't even let me see the needle they were getting because I was flipping the fuck out with anxiety. So they completely knocked me out, and they took my stem cells and injected them right in the sacroiliac joint in the hip, my left hip. I can't stop these little burps. I know it's energy, but they injected it right in the joint. So like over that next year, it helped my joint like mine needed to tighten because of the years I danced growing up. A lot of like kickline type shit. It loosened it. So the joint was too loose and it was pinching the sciatic nerve and another nerve. I forgot the name, but there's a nerve that runs like lateral this way, and then your sciatic's up and down your leg. It was right at both, pinching both. So it would go up and down and across. So when it would pinch and hit it, I would almost drop to the floor. Like, and that would last for days where I could not even fucking walk. So they did that, and that helped a lot. It took like a year to year and a half for it to really help the joint move back to where it needed to be, but it did work. I still have issues again. Not anywhere near as bad as it used to be, though. Why do you have to pay for it out of pocket? I know there's a huge lag on here. I need more water. And I need to plug my phone in. I'm so bored. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about, but if I get off this video, I'm gonna get so bored. Yeah, Lindy, you need to. Yeah. Is this all about the car wreck, or is there another situation going on? You don't have to say it on here if you don't want to. I'm just curious. It's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. None of us should even be going through any of this and dealing with the 3D medical shit. And you go to a hospital, even, if you have to stay one night, a box of Kleenex is going to cost you like $50. It's fucking robbery. Like, they are robbing people in your weakest moment, and they get away with it because we need the help at the time we're there. So what are you going to do about it? Tell them no? It's bullshit. Insurance is a fucking joke. It's all a crock of shit, and I'm so tired of like living in this 3D matrix society of shit. Like, I wish everyone would just wake the fuck up. Oh, we need enough people to start overthrowing other people. I don't know, but we need something. Yeah. I'm sure you need a lot of physio. I need it. I just haven't been doing it. I way overextended myself the year, almost full year that I was in Airbnbs up here with all the shit getting into this house. Like, by the time I got in here, it's like I was technically negative, even though I wasn't negative, but I should have been because it's like I way overextended everything. So I'm still playing catch up from January and February of here. So I need to be seeing a chiropractor. Like that would help me more than anything. I don't even have one up here yet. Probably a physical therapist would help too. But it's like I'm like picking and choosing what's more important to pay. So, and a lot of the times I'm choosing Covenant 8 first, even over normal bills. I'm like, nope, there's something I can put into this that's going to pay off bigger later, so I'm going to do it now. So that's just how I am. I have a woodwick candle it's grabbing my attention because it keeps getting really loud. It's about to die, so it's like super loud, louder than it should be. Okay, do you guys want to hold on a second? I need to go get more water. And I'm not going to take the phone with me because it's charging. So you're going to see my ceiling a second. Hang on. Hold on, guys. Be right back. Okay. Who's still with me? Ben, you said you need to twist one. Twist what? I don't understand, Ben. The comments, they always come back, it comes in like a whole minute or longer later than what I said. So then you say like short phrases, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what to talk about now. I found some apple cider from Walmart though that actually tastes pretty good. That I just got some of them. It's from New York, upstate New York, and it tastes super appley. Like I know that sounds odd. It's apple cider, but I don't know how to explain it. It's less cinnamon, like less of the cider taste and more apple, in your face apple, but it's fucking good. Oh, oh, Ben, that's what you're talking about. I actually didn't have a lot of that tonight. Probably a good thing because I'm still like, look at my eyeballs right now. Are my pupils big? A little bigger than normal. Let's see. Medicine, not medicine. Pharmaceuticals is what we'll call it. Hey, June. I'm just on here rambling at this point. I got on here earlier. I was urged to talk about something, and now I'm just like, I don't know even why I'm up. Like, what am I doing on here? So we've covered everything from, in this one live, I've covered everything from why I got on here. I was talking about, like, people not understanding why services are priced the way they are, to talking about, it went from that to, what else? I don't know. There's part of it I forget. And then that went into talking about Tesla and Herman and med beds and cloning and and then Big Pharma. Oh yeah. And we talked about earlier like the roots to fibro and autoimmune diseases and we talked about the ratchet guy who sells spells for $1. Pretty pretty wide area we've covered on here tonight. They are crazy. That's why I'm not a night owl. Um, Normally by this time I'm ready to pass the fuck out, and then I'm normally up between like 8 and 8:30. Like I sleep my 8 hours. That's my normal. But everything's different, and I keep going fuzzy. It'll clear up again. Like there's no filter. I'm not using any type of filter. See now it just cleared. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. You guys are gonna go in my lap a second. Hold on. I still have vices. My biggest one is these. Cigs and maybe a little too many Dunkin' lattes. Though that's like my vices. I don't do drugs. I like hardly ever drink. I smoke. That's what I do. I go back and forth about having things like I use that just make me happy to do, like cigarettes and drinking lattes, because like I don't want to be addicted to anything. At the same time, we deal with so much fucking shit that other people don't get at all. They have no fucking clue. So, like for us, even going out in the world just to go get groceries is a different experience than what other people deal with. Like, I can't, 3D is a fucking nightmare for me. So, it's like if you have little habits that make you happy, then just fucking do it. Like, that's where I'm at. And these are acting like they don't want to like. Hold on. I lost the comments. Crap. There. Okay. Ben, did you used to smoke? I didn't know. I love you too, June. Have fun chasing them. I don't envy that. I'm not. I'm not a kid person. It's not me. They didn't even bother me much at all until the jellyfish thing happened and bronchitis happened And I've been fucked up since then. And get this, guys. The doctors back in Georgia, when the jellyfish sting happened and I wasn't getting better and my system kept going haywire, and they would argue with me because I kept telling them, first, when the sting first happened, like that week, I went in there, they did blood work. The fucking, like, whatever assistant that called me back later said, we didn't find anything, but you have a virus. And I'm like, a virus? You mean the neurotoxin? She's like, no, just a virus. And I'm like, I didn't come in for a virus. I came in about a jellyfish sting. So I looked it up, and the protein around the neurotoxin is the same type of protein shell that's around a virus. It would show up the same. So they argued the shit out of me about that forever. They outright told me that me getting bronchitis had nothing to do with that at all. It was absolutely because I smoke, right? Okay. So fast forward 2 years. Charts randomly pop up about reflexology in feet. And I've known about foot reflexology, but I haven't really looked at them in a while. So I'm looking, and the exact spot where the stinger hit my foot is the exact spot of the foot that affects what? The lungs. The fucking lungs. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And this, guys, is why you have to trust yourself and your gut over medical doctors, because your intuition knows more than they do. All they are taught is how to push pills, especially newer doctors. Unless you have a doctor that's like over 65 and should be retired and was from an older way of doing things, they're not going to do shit but push a pill. And I know the vaccine for shingles was being pushed back at that time because they wanted to test me for shingles, because he thought the mark on my foot was possibly shingles instead of a jellyfish sting, because I didn't see the jellyfish when it happened, even though I was in the ocean. And it felt like my foot lit up on fire. He wanted to test for shingles. So they tested for shingles, and of course that came back negative. So no one brought up the vaccine because I didn't have shingles. But I'm like, it's all fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's an immune response to the jellyfish, right? I knew that when it happened. But, I mean, that was like 2 years ago, that part. But I just find it very funny that all this time later, the foot reflexology thing popped up. And I'm like, I was right all along. Yeah, Gracie, but I'm nowhere down there. I mean, there might be one up where I am, but I'm in like the northern skinny part of New Hampshire, so anywhere you would be looking, I'm probably nowhere near. I'm not near like any city like Boston or Manchester, New Hampshire, or Concord, New Hampshire. I'm like, that's like 3 hours away from me. I mean, at this point, between me and Herman, I don't even want to go to anyone else. Like, between me and him, he'll know what's going on in my body. He's good at the physical scanning part and knowing medically, this is what's going on, this is what it's affected. Like, these are the body parts and systems affected, this is what's going on. I take what he says and then I figure out what's the root of it. That's how him and I work together. Which, it's a fucking shame now that he's not here now at this time with us physically working together, because this whole fucking planet would be cured. Like, it sucks. It's like, oh, whatever. Shit happens for a reason, I know. There should be one north of me. There's nothing north of me. I would be the last area of New Hampshire before Canada that has much of anything. There's like a couple of towns north of me but they're not gonna have any. They're not gonna have shit. I think Gracie, everyone left. It's just me and you now. It's just me and you, Gracie. Okay, can I say something now that it's just me and you on here, Gracie? Me and Athena were having a talk earlier too. But like going back to the beginning of my video, like how people have an issue with like paying prices for certain things, and then when I sit and think about like how Herman and I work together, I don't get it. Like I don't get how I don't have shit booked. I'm not getting it. I'm like either I'm coming off a way people don't like or I'm speaking gibberish because how what I'm doing is not getting booked up. I don't fucking get it. I'm not getting it. I'm just not getting it. I don't understand. If I had known anyone when I was going through my spiritual awakenings and when I had all this shit going on, if I knew anyone that was working with the spirit of a genius, especially in a medical way, I would have fucking jumped on it. So, like, either I just come off the wrong way to people or I'm speaking gibberish because I don't get it. That's okay. I know I have to be patient. The right people will come along. Right. And then that's why, like, I keep working on my Facebook because there were, like, I had almost 5,000 people on my profile at one time. Before it ever got that high, it got up to like 3,000 more than once. So, like, for years, I've been like deleting, going through deleting. And then that changes like the whole algorithm of like what you see. And so, like, half my friend list, I'm down to like 1,000 now. I'm down to like 1,000 people. That's the lowest it's been in at least 4 years. I don't know half of who's on my friends list, and I still don't see half of them because you still only see like maybe 10% of your friends list ever. It doesn't matter what size it is. You're going to see the same like 20 people over and over anyway, so it's really hard. And I have like Coven 88 on every social media now, but like Twitter, that's a hard one to deal with. I just keep throwing shit on there, but it takes so much time to get people like actually following your pages. So I don't know that I'm gonna last long on Twitter though. Like Twitter is just such a shallow and ridiculous fucking site. Well, that's why I started using the word trance. But then like trance can freak people out a different way than hypnosis. I didn't use hypnosis because I was using the word quantum. I didn't want to sound like I was copying the term quantum healing hypnosis technique by Dolores, even though that's what I am trained in, because I do things that are against the rules. So I needed my own name. People hear hypnosis, they think of stage hypnosis. So then I was like, okay, let me use the word trance because it is also a trance. But I I've got to get better at explaining it because I don't think people understand what's going on or they're not getting how it helps. But and then at the same time, like I was saying, I don't understand how people wouldn't want to work with a genius like Herman. But I'm like, at the same time, I do because the masses, like, they don't, they want the horror story version. They want the fiction version. Or maybe not all fiction, but they want it, they want gruesome. They want to hear that Herman's out slashing throats and They want to think that I'm living in danger and, oh, that girl is going to be killed one day. He's going to kill her. Like, that's what they want to hear. So that like level of people are never going to be anyone I work with anyway. They wouldn't even get it to begin with, but that's such a low level consciousness, like they don't get it. Any of it. So, and that's the majority of the planet. Like not everyone, but that mentality is bigger than higher consciousness you go up, the smaller and smaller the percentage gets. Mhm. Yeah, folks are stupid and people always want the drama. Exactly those two things. Exactly those two things. Like I've had people come out like people I don't even know. They definitely don't know Herman at all, not his spirit. And they've come right out and said, "Oh, I hope he cuts your throat or slashes your throat." And I'm like, "Okay, okay, go on with your big bad self. Like you know so much. Please enlighten me about what's gonna happen." Like, okay, idiots. Helen, hello, Helen. Oh yeah, Gracie. I don't think I even knew you back when there were a lot of people saying shit like that. Yeah, that's been a few years. Like anyone that was like aligned with that mode of thinking, even some that weren't, but even associated with people like that, are off my profile completely. That was more the people that came from the Jeff crowd, the paranormal fans. That should sum it up right now. That should sum it up. People wonder why I have such a thing against paranormal. It's for one, it was the people that I actually went to for help that were full of shit, and then the fan club people that are so low vibe and disgusting. That's why. That's happened more than once, Gracie. So I don't know. I don't know if that was over the same topic. That's happened more than once. Nope, Ellen, they don't. Gracie, that's happened in the witch community also. Because there's something about me and Herman that trigger the fuck out of people. And the ones that are a lower vibe, I don't know exactly what it is or if they're just jealous, but they get bent the fuck out of shape and like want to try to declare some type of war. And they never win. Never. Like people have threatened to hex and curse me. They've threatened to take me out, to kill me. Herman's gonna kill me. H. Holmes is gonna kill me. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna take him out. I've heard it all. I have heard it all. I'm just like, I'm still sitting here like, okay, when you gonna do it? I'm still here. Like, I'm still here. I'm waiting. When are you gonna do it? We do, Ben, and I've even noticed like even people that talk about twin flames, and that's a hard topic too. But the ones that even believe in that still don't get it. Like I'm aware, I am my own person. I am my soul. I am my consciousness. I am whole. I am strong. I am all this shit by myself. So is everyone. But when you have two souls who have found a way to still stay together after lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of shit, and when we're both aligned with our highest selves, together, working together, like our energy, our strength, the magic side, all of that blows up like huge. But instead of people seeing that for the good thing that it is and how that can help the vibration of the planet, they take it another route and get all bent out of shape. Like, and so it's got to be a jealousy thing because they're seeing something they don't have. I mean, that's pretty much what it boils down to. So, and that's not my problem. They try to make it my problem, but it's not my problem. So it doesn't work. I'm trying to figure out what's on my TV. We had like just horror movies playing tonight, but I haven't really been paying attention. And for some reason, it just caught my eye. It's going on 1 a.m. Yes, Helen. I'm supposed to be up and out of here at the tire place by 11 to have my winter tires put on. I'm like, fuck. I don't know if it's going to happen because every morning I wake up so exhausted from whatever I do out of body. There's days I've been staying in bed till 10:30 or 11. Even Lucy doesn't want to get up. Like, she's exhausted. So I know, like, okay, we're working because it's not just me. Fun times we're in. Oh, I think it's the Christine movie on TV. Where's my remote? I'm going to hit info. I got to know now. I'm curious. Oh, no. Exorcist. I'm confused. I'm completely confused. It's The Exorcist. I don't know where I got Christine from. I just recognize the little girl. Okay. I guess I'm going to try to go now. I'm looking. This eyeball. It looked almost green for a second. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Ben, you're high. That's awesome. I think I'm going to go so I can try to lay down and pass out. So, all right, guys. Love you. Have a good night. Peace out.